to understand is neighborhoods are very dangerous and you need to slow down. This is this is a partially controlled intersection. So you want to be aware of where the main road. We're coming up to a major thoroughfare, so I'm going to let my windows down. This is an outside view today. Got to be aware of cars and traffic. Keep your turn short, turn into the next lane. It is dark and hard to see, so I want to let you know this. But this is one of the challenges of driving in dangerous weather. I'm looking both ways, and I go into the first lane. You can see it's not exactly a great day. Go ahead and get over one lane to the left. Mirror, turn signal, blind spot. You want to drive a car length for every 10 miles an hour. So you want to learn to drive with speed, space, and a smile. That's what I tell students when we're driving this type of weather. We're going to be getting on the interstate to leave the country, so I want to show you what you need to do. A lot of people confuse the exits for the entrance. The crossroad has a yield sign. This is the cloverleaf. Very dangerous. Going slow to your turn. A lot of beginners have trouble with the cloverleaf. Then I accelerate. I'm going to wait for the semi to go by. Very dangerous right here. Real life. As you can see, people are very impatient in the morning. So I'm not even going to lie to you. It's a little stressful out here. But I'm trying to manage. Don't hang around semi trucks. I'm gonna lock the window down so you can hear this. You don't want to mess with this. There are 4 blind spots: left side, right side, front and back. Excuse me for yelling. I just want to be able to give you some real life information. So I'm staying in the middle lane. There are 3 main lanes on this interstate. The lane to the right, you'll get cut off if you are in that right lane. I highly suggest you get into the middle lane, so we're driving in the middle lane right now. Trying to be nice and smooth and take our time. Just email me. I'm taking my time, being nice and smooth. Trying to keep the car as straight as possible, not putting a lot of pressure on the steering wheel. We do have good tires, but that is no guarantee that we won't hydroplane. Hydroplane is a condition where the car is hydro as water plane needs to lift. So you can see all the brake lights ahead. So I'm lifting my foot, and I can feel the car kind of gliding a little bit, so we're a little too fast for the conditions. And these are whiteout conditions, so you want to reduce speed. You can see cars just being foolish, passing me on the left. I'm just going to take my time out here, and that's all you can do. Just take your time. The truck is behind me to the right. This is the front view, so I'm going to continue to stay in the middle lane and just try to be as smooth and deliberate as possible. I left for work early to go into the chemistry lab, so I'm good there. You're going to hear this truck come by again. I'm at about 55. The speed limit is 70, but you need to drive at a speed, that is safe and reasonable for the conditions on the road. I don't want to tailgate. It's called a wolf pack, and if you drive at a speed that is faster than the possible flow of the traffic, you're going to be tailgating. So you can see all these cars starting to just bunch up together, and that's something I don't want to do because I'm trying to be safe out here. You will be taking your test in this type of weather. We drove last night in weather like this, so it wasn't exactly the prettiest, but we were driving about 45 and just taking our time. It increases your travel time also. And you can see cars slowing down there too. So I'm just going to take my time, lift my foot. This type of dangerous weather slows your travel time down, so you need to let your boss know, your parents know, or wherever you are in your life, let them know, hey, it's really dangerous weather. I'm going to slow down and take my time. Patience is a virtue. The middle lane has several benefits. It's the smoothest lane in traffic. The lane to the left is the passing lane. You can see cars cutting off. I'm kind of feathering the throttle, not hitting it real hard, but using the ball of my foot. When you're driving, I need you to use your ball of your foot. I'm trying to drive in the grooves of other cars, and that's what you should be doing. If you're out of the groove, you're going to spin out of control and go into the ditch. Still managing to keep good space. A lot of traffic is behind me. This is an inside view today. And also, a lot of people have tinted windows, so if the weather's really bad and your windows are tinted, you won't really be able to see. A lot of beginners also tailgate. So if you tailgate, you're going to end up losing control of your vehicle. You also need to have good tires on your vehicle. Tires should be rotated about every 3 to 6 months. I'm still keeping my speed at about 65. And you can see this car drifting to the left. So I don't know if they're on the phone or not paying attention. So I'm just going to back off a little bit. If this is bringing you value, give it a thumbs up. I'm going to take you on a journey out of the country. The flow is starting to pick up a little bit. We're about 68 miles an hour. When you go around a curve, you should lift your foot because centrifugal force will pull you to the left. That's why we have the warning signs to the left. They tell you that it is a really sharp curve. So as we go around to the right, you're going to see the signs to the left. The flow picking up. But anytime it's dangerous conditions out here, you could end up literally going off the wall. Now we have a sharp curve to the left, so centrifugal force is pulling me out to the right. So I'm lifting my foot. That's not to tailgate. Wipers on, as you can see. Go ahead and get over one lane to the left. Mirror, turn signal, blind spot. Gradually accelerate, don't hit the throttle really hard. is about 10 miles an hour difference between each lane. So I'm just taking my time going around the curve. A lot of beginners will turn the wheel left and right, and you'll end up spinning out. And I'm looking ahead around the curve, I see all those brake lights. So you need to look ahead 20 to 30 seconds, giving you some questions that possibly could be on your DMV test. So you need to go ahead and listen. Trying to maintain that good speed control. Squeezing my brakes with the ball of my foot. And we're starting to have a slowdown again. So this is your slowdown. And I'm squeezing my brakes because people aren't paying attention. I do not want to get rear-ended. We're at about 20 miles an hour. So if you don't understand the volume of traffic, then you're going to end up possibly rearing a car, being in an accident. The driving environment, we're in a shower in the morning in a major area of the United States. Bumper to bumper. Our petrol's at a half a tank, temperatures in the middle. We're at 20 RPMs of 1500. The flow's picking up again, so you do not want to be very aggressive on the gas. If you do, and there's a sudden slowdown, you're going to spin out and be in an accident. So I'm trying to be very mindful of my distance, speed, and space. A big thing is you want to be smooth. You do not want to turn the wheel aggressively. 1001, 1002, 1003. I'm about 4 seconds away from this car in front of me. How do you find your following distance? You pick a stationary object, and once the car in front of you passes it, you start counting. And then when you pass it, you know your following distance. Oh, let's talk about these pavement markings. Yellow to the left, that's the warning. Never cut off a semi. It's dangerous. We have broken white lines, so this means we can change lanes. See, I'm losing my space cushion right now, so I want to take my time. You can look at the volumes of traffic left and right. So I'm just trying to keep my space. Not be. It's really easy to start accelerating aggressively, but if you leave early enough, you can travel safely to your destination. And usually where there connector to other locations, you'll have a lot of cars waiting until the last second. Don't wait till the last second to merge or change lanes. Go ahead and change lanes, mirror, turn signal, blind spot. We're moving about 70. You can look at the grooves in the road, the dry patches of where I'm trying to drive in. That trailer's about to cut off this black vehicle. I'm trying to be as smooth and deliberate as possible. I'm lifting my foot a little bit so I don't tailgate. And if I'm losing my space, I'll squeeze my brake. You notice I'm not seeing the other car's blind spots. I'm always scanning left, middle, and right. I'm lifting my foot around the curve. It's taking my time. The driving environment is very dangerous. It's aggressive. People are pushing really fast in the left lane. You can see the white van. I'm trying to be predictable. The advice I want to give you is being predictable. Taking your time. I'm going to stay here in this lane. I was wanting to change, but traffic is going too fast in the left, so I'm fine. If you're just joining us, we're talking about driving in dangerous roads. We have a lot of heavy traffic just getting out of the rain. I'm in the middle lane. The middle lane is the smoothest lane. Lane to the right, slower moving traffic. The lane to the left is the passing lane. So if I get in the left, I'm going to have to go about 10 to 12 miles an hour faster, tailgate, be more aggressive, and it's not a need right now. I'm not running late. We're going out of the country today, so I'm all packed and ready to go to the laboratory. So I'm just taking my time. Trying to stay as smooth as possible. By the semi-truck. I do not want to be by the semi-truck. Right side, left side, front and back, there are 4 blind spots. So I want to keep moving. I don't want to hang around this, so you can hear that. See the cars merging on, so I don't want to be in the right lane right now. It's about 50-50. Some cars use blinkers, some don't. They're using blinker, I'm lifting my foot. We're all sharing the HTS. This is an inside view today. I'm going to go ahead and get over one lane to the right, mirror, turn signal, blind spot. We talked about that in class yesterday. A blind spot. You have to look over your shoulder. Even if you have a larger mirror, a blind spot, mirrors, you still have to look over your shoulder. We have some pavement markings. The white line is the edge line to the right. The broken white lines tell us we can change lanes because traffic is moving in the same direction. We have a yellow line to the left. That's the warning line. We're driving in the United States. The 15 feet 1 inch is a bridge height, so if we're truck drivers, we need to know the height so we can be safe and not rip the top off of our trailer. I'm lifting my foot so I do not rear in these cars. Now I'm squeezing my brake very aggressively and firmly and smoothly. I'm looking in my mirror too. That was kind of scary. If you come off really fast and don't pay attention, you're going to hit someone. My concern right now, will I get rear-ended? I have space. Warning sign telling us traffic light. A lot of beginners, here's a pro tip, the stop sign is for the cross service drive. Okay. In some places, they would have gotten a ticket by crossing over the white line. Also, in their license plate, they have a handicapped symbol. So this person has some type of handicapped modality. So they'll be able to park in exclusive spots that are blue, usually by the door. And a lot of cars are just cutting off because they're impatient. You're going to see and hear a truck. So that's what people do. They're just very reckless. And that person is very impatient. And if you're patient enough, you'll be able to get your maneuvers safely. You're going to see me go over a crossover. That's crossing over the expressway. I have both hands on the wheel. And I'm coming up. You're going to see people who are not going to use their blinker, and it's going to be very confusing. So I'm coming up, and I stop. And I'm inching forward. And I'm going to go through. Here's my gap. You have to take your gap. I don't want to wet the lady up, so I'm going to be a gentleman. And this is hydroplane. Ooh. So that's what you want to be careful of and have great control of your vehicle. If this was helpful, follow, subscribe, give it a thumbs up. We'll go live later today. Thank all of you. Be safe out here, please.